One of the things that we as sales leaders often hear, especially with people that are in complex sales, is that, hey, I'm struggling with moving from this person that I'm talking to and getting in front of all these other people that are involved in the decision-making process. I know that the decision isn't made at this level, but how can I get this person to either intro me, or what are some ways that I can go and get in front of these other people without burning the relationship that I have in front of me? What are your thoughts on that?
There's a couple ways to do it. And I can speak to how I have done it. I can speak to how I've seen it done in this space. My feeling is that it's probably fairly similar in other spaces. When you need to speak with people 2 over and 3 over, my experience has always been to say, I understand that you are going to make the technical decision on this instrument, that you are well regarded in the organization, that they believe that you are the scientist or the technical person that understands this process the best. I want to beg your forgiveness in advance, but I have been part of big complex sales like this for highly technical things where someone came from left field at the 11th hour and mess things up. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you as much as I don't want it to happen to me. And 98% of the time, we connect with that individual and they look us in the face and they go, I'm going to do what Sarah says. Great, we're done. And if they go for that, all right, great. We have the introduction to the person, whomever that is or whomever they are. And we have that conversation. And again, 98% of the time they go, we're going to sign off on what Sarah says. So they just admitted to you that they're going to sign off on what Sarah says. So if they come back at the 11th hour and say, we're going to buy somebody else, that's a problem. But you also have the opportunity to say, hey, have you used this equipment previously in your life? Do you have any questions about us and about our technology and how it differs from the stuff that you've used previously in your career? And it's a 5-minute conversation. You can also use your own leadership to get in the door. If you know there's going to be a VP involved, then hopefully on your side of things, you have a VP that's willing to pick up the phone and introduce themselves. You get the name of the VP, you ask the person like, hey, our vice president of sales is really interested in meeting your vice president. VPs talk to VPs. Again, humility, a little self-deprecation goes a long way. And if they agree, yep, let them talk to each other. Fabulous. VPs talk to VPs. If you want to talk to the director of R&D, you have an excuse for your director to be around. My director's going to be in town. He'd really like to meet some of the leadership here and just understand how everybody does the business. So appealing at a higher level is very important. You can also appeal to the committee, right? So if you're going to do a presentation, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to do a pretty technical presentation, you have a group. I'm going to bring in a group of people to do a presentation. Let's make sure that we have all the right people on your group. I'm going to bring in my technical folks. Let's make sure we have your technical folks here. It's incredibly important to IT for them to be here. It's incredibly important for metrology to be here. This is going to be a significant change in the way you do business. Let me help you engage your stakeholders so everyone is comfortable. So always appealing to making them look good.